Chelsea ready to offer 25 million euros to Barcelona for Sergino Dest. The Catalan club are more than likely to ask for 35 million euros. Will Sergino Dest move to Chelsea in the upcoming summer transfer window? Do Chelsea need reinforcements in that position as backup to Reece James? What do you guys think? We'll be speaking about the situation with him, the latest Chelsea news. We'll also be speaking about Jorginho, his Balon'Dor chances. Realistically, can this guy win the Balon'Dor? We'll be speaking about his chances. We'll be speaking about Rio Ferdinand's comments on the Balon'Dor nominees. And we'll also be finally speaking about Thomas Tuchel, his little tactical tweaks. And he's been officially announced. He's been nominated for Premier League Manager of the Month for October. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he wins it. We won every single game in October, I believe. So, again, for me, he would deserve it to win it. So, hopefully, he wins that. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get straight into this news / talking point video. And of course, Sergino Dest, let's speak about him now. With Sergino Dest, I'm not going to lie, I haven't watched a lot of him. Of course, I know who he is. I know that he plays for Barcelona. I know that he has got some sort of quality, but I don't watch him week in, week out. I don't watch La Liga. I don't watch Barcelona week in, week out. I'm happy to admit that. I'm not going to be one of these guys that come on in and say, yeah, I watch La Liga week in, week out. Yeah, he's a top player, I'm not going to come on here and say that. Here you're going to see honesty. And for me, I've never really watched this guy. So anyone watching this right now, if you've watched this guy week in, week out, does he start for Barcelona? Is he a regular? Has he got good players? Is he a good player in terms of what he can offer? Does his attributes and characteristics fit what Thomas Tuchel want? Can he play in a right wing back position? Can he play in a right centre back position? What's his main position? Is he versatile? These questions need to be answered, but we'll be delving into his statistics, and of course we'll be looking at his strengths and weaknesses. I'm just interested to see people that watch this channel right now, that have actually watched Barca week in, week out, what type of a player is he? Because I've seen some highlights, I've seen some YouTube clips, I know some of the stats, but I don't know what he's like in a full 90-minute game. I haven't essentially seen the eye test yet. So what do you guys think? But according to various Spanish publications and Spanish sources, Chelsea are ready to offer 25 million euros to Barcelona for Sergino Dest. The Catalan club are more than likely to ask for 35 million euros for the 20-year-old. So 20 being very young, a lot of potential. The American international now. If he ever signed for Chelsea, he's not going to instantly replace Reece James. He's not going to instantly come and elevate our starting 11. He would be there to be utilised for squad depth. He would be for backup to Reece James. And to be honest, it is a position that we need strengthening in terms of backup. I always believed that Achraf Hakimi was a perfect, competition for Reece James. He's got that dynamism. He offers something different, another dimension in comparison to Reece James. But I understood the reasonings, that the wages were astronomical. The transfer fee was too high for someone who's not going to be a guaranteed starter at Chelsea. So I understand why we avoided him. But with Azpilicueta aging and he's not offering that pace, that dynamism, and Reece James, of course, we need someone different when it comes to characteristics and attributes. I believe Sergino Dest could be a good player in terms of utilising him in the squad. What do you guys think? Now, for 25 to 30 million euros, I'd accept that. I think it's a good fee. Again, he's going to be played in these League Cup games, FA Cup games. He'd be integrated in slowly. And again, if his performance is up to scratch, he could then potentially even compete with Reece James. But for me, at this moment in time, Reece James is level above Sergino Dest from my understanding. Good player. As I said, the fee's quite decent. Now, would Barca, accept that type of fee? Does it even start for Barca week in, week out? I'm not too sure at the minute. But let's delve into his statistics. What is Sergino Dest's strengths? What's his weaknesses? Now, in terms of strengths, he's very press resistant. This is a key crucial point here. He's holding onto the ball is really good. His passing is strong. His key passes is strong. His dribbling and his concentration. So, with regards to dribbling, for me, that's really good. For me, that's really important because with Reece James, that means Sergino Dest can offer a different type of dimension. He can offer different type of skills when he comes into that Chelsea team. He can offer something different, which is what we need in terms of different opponents, in terms of tactics. Now, Reece James is not really a dribbler. Can he beat his man? Sure, but he's not really exactly the most dynamic player. He's got fantastic crossing ability, fantastic shooting technique. He's great defensively. He's got the physicality, but he hasn't got the dribbling ability. He's not your guy that's going to be a 1v1 demon. He's not a speed demon. He's not going to dribble past 5 men. That's not the type of player that Reece James is. However, the fact that dribbling is a strength of Dest means that, again, he offers something different to what Reece James does. He offers another dimension, and for certain games against certain opponents, you need to offer these different type of characteristics and attributes to sometimes break down these low to / mid blocks, to sometimes carve teams open, create chances, etc. on the transition, on the counter. So for me, again, for the right fee, I'll be quite happy with the deal. Now, his weaknesses are aerial duels, his finishing and defensive contribution. Now, in regards to finishing, I'm not too disappointed with that. Again, he is a defender. He's not going to be in those attacking positions. So for me, that's nothing to be worried about. Defensive contribution does concern me a little bit. Now, again, right wing back, you are going to get away with it in terms of defensively, because you know you have two responsibilities. You have two duties. You've got the duties in terms of attacking and offensively, and then defensively as well. Now, defensively, his responsibilities are not going to be as high in demand in comparison to a natural right back, because they are natural defenders. So again, it's not a massive worry. It just means that the right centre back who would cover for Sergino Dest would have to be on point. Their concentration levels would have to be sky high, because of course, if his defensive contribution is weak, the right centre back would have to do a lot of defensive work for him. So again, it's not something to be worried about. From what I'm gathering here, from what I'm gauging from this, is he wouldn't be an amazing right back. I think that he's perfect for a right wing back spot, which makes sense with the rumours, because if we're sticking with his system, we're sticking with his formation, which there are pros and cons with. Thomas Tuchel, again, it's his system. As a right wing back, I think is quite good. Aerial duels is another concern again. He's not the tallest, so we have that as well. It just means that if we are playing Dest, it means that Chilwell or Alonso will have to play, because of course they've got aerial strengths. We'd need tall players in the three-at-the-back system as well to counteract, to initiate and counteract the fact that we haven't got, a right wing back in Dest who's actually aerially strong. But in terms of, the strengths, I'm really liking what I'm seeing for the price as well. It's quite reasonable. He's got some decent assist stats as well. He's got 3 assists and 10 appearances for Barcelona this season. And again, for the right fee, I'd be very open to signing Dest as depth and backup to Reece James. So what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But let's move on to Jorginho and his Balon'Dor hopes and chances. His Balon'Dor ambitions. Now, Rio Ferdinand, after the game, Champions League game last night, there was a graphic that got pulled up, and you'll see the graphic right now as I post it right now. You can see all the Balon'Dor candidates that could potentially win and all their goal involvements. Now, I have a massive issue with this, and I'll get onto that in a second, but let's delve into Rio's quotes first of all. Now, Rio said that he's a very good player, don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't see how it gets on the list of those players of the levels that these guys have been playing at. If you look at Chelsea in the run to winning the Champions League, I think Kante was man of the match in 5 of the last 6 games. It baffles me. He's won 2 of the big trophies. I get that. I understand it. But when you are putting him up against them for other players, it doesn't make any sense to me. Now, again, I have a massive problem with this. There's always this picture always gets portrayed. There's always this narrative that's pushed out, this agenda that's pushed out by Rio. Cast your minds back to when Jorginho first came on Osari. Rio was bashing him, he was slashing him. I've never heard any sort of apology from Rio ever since for absolutely bashing him, saying he's got 0 assists, the amount of passes. For me, this exposes his lack of footballing knowledge. It's very surface level, and this is why Rio would never ever be a top intelligent football coach, because he can't delve into something. I mean, I have a massive problem with this graphic. How can you compare Jorginho to Salah, Benzema, Messi, Lewandowski on goals and assists? That makes absolutely no sense. All of those players are strikers or inside forwards. Messi and Salah are inside forwards, and Lewandowski and Benzema are natural out-and-out strikers. Jorginho is a number 6. The guy is a defensive mid. He is a defensive mid. You are comparing a defensive mid's goals and assists to Salah, Benzema, Messi, Lewandowski. Of course they're going to have higher goals and assists. It's not rocket science. The fact that BT Sport have had the cheek and audacity to post these graphics up, for me, it's an absolute farce. It's an embarrassment. Jorginho shouldn't be judged on goals and assists, because that's not his game. He's there to dictate the game. He's there to orchestrate, instrument the team, have those world-class performances, impacts where he's got the world-class passing range. He can dictate, he can defend, he can cover ground. He can make those decisive final third passes. He can carve teams open with his style of play, his intelligence, his passing. That's what Jorginho is world-class on. That's what he should be judged on, not comparing his goals to Lewandowski, because of course he's going to lose. He's never going to score more goals than Messi or Lewandowski. Absolutely ridiculous graphic. And on Rio's comments again, for me, it stinks of an agenda. It stinks of the fact that he's too stubborn to say that he's sorry. 3 years ago, he came out and said Jorginho is not good enough. He's Jorginho, he doesn't understand what his role is in the team. Since then, he hasn't opened his mouth. I haven't heard any single apology. Jorginho won UEFA Men's Player of the Year for a big reason. I haven't heard a single apology from him. Why? Because he's a stubborn pundit. Again, very surface level football knowledge. For me, he's very stubborn to say sorry, to apologise, and now he's trying to get little digs at him here and there. The graphic is an embarrassment in itself. And I'm really, angry and upset at Rio's comments because I think it's completely uncalled for. Completely uncalled for. But that's just my personal opinion. In terms of his chances, I don't think Jorginho's going to win the Ballon d'Or. Of course, it would be lovely for him to win the Ballon d'Or. Can he get top 3? For me, certainly. I think top 5 is guaranteed, but I think top 3 is definitely possible. Maybe third place. I think Lewandowski and Messi will finish ahead of him in the Ballon d'Or rankings, but he can certainly get third place. Salah's not won anything this season. He's only been on form for the last couple of months since the beginning of the season. And Benzema, again, hasn't really won anything of noteworthy and hasn't really done anything in terms of noteworthy when it comes to goals and assists. So for me, apart from Messi and Lewandowski, Jorginho should come third, but that is my personal opinion. And let's finally go on to Thomas Tuchel before I wrap things up. Thomas Tuchel has officially been nominated October Manager of the Month, Premier League October Manager of the Month. Well deserved in my personal opinion. Unbeaten. We've only conceded 3 goals in the Premier League this season in 10 games. In 10 Premier League games, we were on track to level with Chelsea 04-05, the Premier League record in terms of least goals conceded in a season. Tremendous stuff again. What he's been doing, he's been getting every little bit out of this squad. We have a world-class squad, world-class talented squad. And he's getting every little bit of juices out of this squad. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's keeping everyone on sides. Even the squad players are happy on the Tuchel. For me, well deserved, and hopefully he should be winning the award as well. But let's see what happens with that one. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.